This podcast is designed to inspire and propel you to a newfound level of empowerment and clarity. Through cultivating the art of thinking, you'll learn how to detangle your thought knots and train your brain to break through obstacles. You'll learn to focus on what matters most and make effective choices to become a remarkable you. Hello everyone, my name is Pamela Pitcher and welcome to my podcast. As a master of neurolinguistic programming, a motivational coach, and a hypnotherapist, I'll be sharing tips, tools, and techniques to help you awaken to the best you. Good decisions result from good choices. And while you can't control the choices others make, you are in full control of your choices and decisions. In other words, we can react to life, or we can create our lives through our choices. Use this knowledge as a source of empowerment and freedom by learning to drive your own bus. As we continue our journey together, ask yourself, is it a good plan going forward to remember the bad things from your past? How does that serve you? Does it give you peace or does it give you stress? If there's a negative thought you just can't let go of, perhaps it stirs up negative emotions such as sadness, shame, anger, defiance. Consider this. What did I or can I learn from this event? If we don't learn from our experiences, we tend to experience the same patterns over and over again until we do learn. A client told me about a realization she had. She said, I no longer want negative people in my life. Well, that's huge because people can either lift us up or push us down. Personally, I like hanging around with the ones who lift me up. To help you make better decisions, in this podcast, we're going to spend a little time on your inner guidance system, your values. We live confidently when we live our values. Knowing the difference between your beliefs and values can be a little confusing. And people use both to guide their actions and behaviors and to form their attitude towards things, but they're essentially different. Beliefs are convictions that we generally hold to be true, usually without actual proof or evidence. They are matters of faith. We tend to be more aware of our beliefs than our values. And values, on the other hand, are our moral code, our standards, and from my point of view, so much more important than beliefs. Listen to the difference here. I once believed in Santa Claus. But I have never not valued love. Now you're going to become a bus driver. We're driving the bus of our lives. We have got a whole bunch of often unruly passengers in the back. The passengers are our thoughts and feelings. At times they can be a real nuisance. Sometimes they shout out stuff like, you're a useless driver. You're going in the wrong direction. Oh, the whole series of other potentially distressing and distracting thoughts and mind noise. This metaphor teaches us the importance of values. It's hugely important for our health and well-being that we mostly focus on driving the bus in the right direction. The right direction is determined by our values, by what truly matters to us. Our values are the compass bearing which we need to steer by. Values are things like, I want to live my life with courage and kindness, or I want to look after my children, or want to take care of my health. It's helpful to distinguish between the values and goals that you have too. Values are likely to be compass bearings we use to steer for decades. Goals, on the other hand, are a thing that we want to do. So we might want to arrange a surprise party for our partner, or train for a marathon, or target other goals that are an expression of our values. It's like driving on a compass bearing, a road being our values, and seeing that some way ahead in this direction is a landmark, maybe a tree, a hill. Those are our goals that we steer towards for a while. The landmark is the goal we head for as we follow our values compass. When we reach it, we look ahead on our compass bearing for the next landmark to steer towards. Values are the way that we walk, the direction. Goals are the checkpoints on our journey. Interestingly, values are not about the future. They are about now, about today. This way of distinguishing ongoing values from checkpoint goals leads to another realization. Values, unlike goals, are not some destination that we're traveling towards. Values are the way that we are traveling, the way we make our journey. If my key values are to live with determination and courage, or with love and kindness, this is the direction, the way that I want to travel. It's like saying I've decided to go to Italy, or I've decided to go to America. This is the compass bearing I'm going to follow. So guess what? You can start following your compass of values right now. It's not something that you have to wait for or work towards. Isn't that great? Because values are associated with our self-worth, meaning and desire. Values are a primary source of our internal motivation. They are why we do what we do. When our values are met or matched, we feel a sense of satisfaction, harmony, rapport, confidence. When they're not met or matched, we often feel dissatisfied, violated, incongruent. Something just feels wrong. So have you ever decided on a course of action and it just didn't feel right? You knew in your gut that there was something about your decision and the course of action that you then took that just wasn't right. That means you bumped up against a value. Whenever someone wants something, most of the time this is ultimately driven by an underlying value or set of values. Someone who wants to have children could value family. Someone who likes to go for walks could value nature. There's no right or wrong in this. Everyone is unique. Everyone is special in their own way. Like beliefs, values aren't logical. They are unconscious, and they are the reason we get up in the morning. Values drive all behavior. You won't do something or want something unless it's important to you. Even the things you don't want to do, you do them because on some level they are important to you. Fascinatingly, there's a good deal of evidence that living a life rich in meaning and values promotes resilience in many different situations. For example, this has been found for people facing chronic pain, cancer, and everyday life stresses, and for overall levels of well-being. Imagine a board with hooks on it. Values are the hooks, and beliefs are the mugs that hang on the hooks. Change a value, and as a result, many beliefs will change as well. A great tool to help you get in touch with your values is to create a vision board. With a blank slate, you daydream and imagine what you want your future to look like. And you can place images and words on your vision board, and it becomes the collage of your life. In this collage, this future vision, you will find all the things that you value. Some tips on creating a vision board. One major rule is that there aren't any rules. The purpose is to bring everything to life. So think about your goals for relationships, career, finances, home, travel, personal growth, including spirituality, your social life and education, and health. You don't have to cover every area the same. Life evolves, and there will be times when aspects of your life are more important to enhance than others. Sometimes people will do a vision board simply for their career or their relationships, or some people will do it for the whole shebang. It really depends on what you want to work on at the time. I also find that handwriting your goals instead of typing them works better because there's something energetic about writing. When you write things down, we tend to own it. From your goals and aspirations, think about what you want on your vision board. and focus on how you feel, not just things and people. So if you're placing an image, a word, drawing something, putting it on your vision board, if it feels right, if it feels good, then it belongs there. If it doesn't feel right, don't put it there, because you're doing something that you think you should, not necessarily what you want to do. And what you want to do comes from your values. So your feelings will help you, keep you on your path of values. They are an integral part of your inner GPS. Use aspects of your life you absolutely love. If it's working for you now, don't change anything. It deserves representation. Some people use magazines, computer images, words, photos, quotes. Use whatever tool you like to create your vision board and dream big and get in touch with your values. Please remember to subscribe and share across social media. I'd really appreciate that. And I'd also love to see your thoughts. So please send your feedback my way so I know how to help you the most. Thank you again. Ciao for now.